Since returning home 6 games ago, these Hearts players have made Tynecastle a fortress. Last time around, they did what no other Scottish Premiership club has managed for 69 games.
Celtic are on the brink of making it 70 domestic matches unbeaten. It's over to you, Hearts, to have another go at ending their seemingly never-ending domestic bliss. Here's Cochrane now. And he's done it! A moment to remember all of your life. 16-year-old Harry Cochrane has given Hearts the lead. Kyle Lafferty heading towards goal. He's taking it early, but he's scored anyway. Hearts have risen to the challenge. It's 2-0. Milinkovic to make it 3. He does just that. And it's a penalty. Milinkovic. Celtic are invincible no more. A sensational scoreline that reads Hearts 4, Celtic 0.
Can they continue that form against their city rivals? Hibs return to the big time this season and have already won early bragging rights with a victory at Easter Road and are currently 5 points ahead of them in the league. Season's greetings from Scotland's capital, where we expect no love lost tonight during the season of goodwill. In the 316th competitive meeting between these clubs, Hearts have failed to beat Hibs in the last 8. It is, or was, one of 5 fixtures tonight in the Lansbrooks SPFL Premiership. We'll keep you up to date with all of tonight's scores. And just a note, Hamilton-Kilmarnock has been postponed due to the weather conditions. And confirmation just how close both Hibs and Hearts are currently neighbours in the Premiership. A win for the home team will narrow the gap to just 2 points. Hi there, good evening, a very Merry Christmas and welcome to what is expected to be a full house at Tynecastle Park this evening. Joining me for the Sky Sport football team is current Dundee manager Neil McCann and also Chris Commons as well. Got to ask you though, starting with you of course Neil, how are you enjoying life back in club management?
The studio's a bit warmer than what I was outside when you're coaching, but I must admit I'm absolutely loving it, Hayley. I think when you spend so much time in a studio watching football, analysing it, you form ideas, you form thoughts on what you would like to do if the opportunity ever came your way, and it did. And although I had 5 great games where I got success keeping us in the league, I did have a full thought of coming back to this job, but the lure of getting it full time and having an impact myself to start with from my pre-season was just too good to turn down, so I'm absolutely loving it.
Absolutely, love having you back though. You've of course been a viewer this season of football, but last season playing on loan for Hibs. Yeah. Can you just sum up the rivalry between these two clubs, what it's like?
Yeah, it's very fierce, very important game for the city of Edinburgh, so I think both teams will be looking to try and win the match in a convincing fashion, and the last time we were at Tynecastle we've seen that Hearts were more than convincing against Celtic and put on a show that I've not witnessed this season, so more of the same from Hearts' point of view. Just
how important is it though that these two teams in Edinburgh actually compete in the top 6, Neil?
Well, I think there's an expectation level in Edinburgh because they're hugely supported sides. I think they're rich in history, so they feel, regardless if Hibs have just come up from the Championship or Hearts are just starting to find their feet again, I think there's just a need from the city to have those two teams challenging. And although they're a little bit away from challenging Celtic, I think the signs are there that both sides are rapidly improving.
Absolutely. Well, let's take you through the team news this evening. 4 changes for Hearts from that goalless draw against St Johnstone. Michael Smith's injured, young Harry Cochrane suspended. Anthony McDonald also drops out of the starting 11. In comes Jamie Walker, Jamie Brandon and Ismail Goncalves. As for Hibs, just the one change for Neil Lennon's side following their win against Ross County. Brandon Barker drops to the bench. Marvin Bartley starts. You touched on it, didn't you? That game back at Easter Road, 1-0, quite tight between the two sides, but two very different teams to what you think we're going to see this evening. Yeah, I think the big introduction is obviously Goncalves. I think him coming in gives them a more of a goal threat, and Hibs have really struggled at scoring on a consistent basis. I think they've got 21 goals in the league this season after 20 games, and Goncalves has got 6 of those goals, so it's a clear goal threat. But from the Hibs point of view,
they just want more of the same sort of tempo, same sort of reaction that they got from getting beat the other week.
And obviously you've put out teams to face both these sides with different results, taking points off Hibs, but how different are they as two teams?
They're very different in my opinion. Hibs tend to play through the lines. I think their game is built on speed. The transition from back to front can be so rapid, and they get great support to the forward players in McGinn and McGeoch, and they can be a real threat. I think the Hearts are a little bit more, they can be more direct, but I think they're so structured under Craig Levein. I think the clean sheets of late suggest that they really built on a real solid foundation. They try and get down the sides. The introduction of Walker tonight will be really interesting to the game, because he's been such an influential player for Hearts over the seasons, and the injury has impacted, I believe, his rhythm. But he's back in the side tonight, and he's one player that I'm sure that Hibs will need to be careful of. I think maybe Marvin Bartley in there will look to try and pick him up in those pockets.
Okay, well, fans braving the cold tonight, set to be a red-hot atmosphere here. Hearts, of course, on a roll, 6 games unbeaten. Can they swing the Derby pendulum back towards Tynecastle? We'll hear from both managers next. Coming up for you on Sky Sports on Friday, we have an Old Firm special, part 2 of SPFL Matters, building up to the game that we have live for you also on Sky Sports Football, 11:30 on Saturday as Celtic host Rangers. That's the Glasgow Derby tonight, the Edinburgh Derby, and let's hear from both men in charge. Craig Levein and Neil Lennon are with Luke Shanley.
Neil, how much do you relish this fixture?
Yeah, I mean, it's a game that you always look forward to when the fixtures come out, and we know what it means to both sets of fans and to the fans in the city. And it's a good game. You know, both teams are playing pretty well at the minute, so I don't think there's much between the teams at the minute. How tough a test do you feel it will be tonight?
Yeah, I think it will be tough. Our form has improved, which makes me feel slightly better. And we went down to Easter Road a couple of months ago and didn't play very well at all, lost 1-0, and I didn't feel there was an awful lot in the match, so I know we are much better now than we were then. But each game has its own things, and there's certain stuff we have to be really good at tonight to enable us to win the match.
They've had a couple of good results, and that obviously breeds a bit of confidence, but we're playing consistently as well as we have done for a long time, with another very good performance on Saturday. This is different. It's a derby. It's going to be a battle. So sometimes you have to roll your sleeves up, and the pitch may play a part in how the game goes as well.
We're gradually gaining confidence because of the performances and the results. And we're in a better place now than we were a while ago. Victory tonight would be really special for us. It would again show that the progression is continuing.
They have traditionally been closely fought battles between these two sides. Do you feel they're as close as they have been in a long time now, Neil? Yeah,
they're probably a little bit closer. I think Hibs started the season ever so well, and as I said to you, they carry a real threat, but under Craig, slowly but surely, I think Hearts have started to find a rhythm. They're a goal threat, they look really solid in defence, but you know, I think it's serving up as if it's going to be a real tight affair tonight. I don't see much between the teams, but one thing's for sure, when you play at Tynecastle, we got a wonderful atmosphere with these two teams, and we should be a great game, Chris.
It's going to be a super game, and I just think when Ian Caffrey was in charge, Craig Levein came in, needed to sort the defence out. That's what he's done, certainly, but now there needs to be more of a goal for it. I think with Jamie Walker coming in and Goncalves, they'll give that more of an option going forward.
Fortunately for you two, we've run out of time for a prediction, but we kind of know what sort of game we're in for. Let's take you straight to our commentary team. Andy Walker is alongside Ian Crocker.
Thank you, Hayley. It's a special Christmas edition of the Edinburgh Derby under the lights at Tynecastle. A capital contest to savour. We are certainly guaranteed an atmosphere here, and we should get a game to go with it. The rivalry that began on Christmas Day 1875 resumes once more. Hearts make 3 changes from St Johnstone. 16-year-old Harry Cochrane is suspended after his red card in that game. 16-year-old Anthony McDonald drops to the bench, and Michael Smith misses out with a calf problem. Jamie Brandon, Jamie Walker and Isma Gonsalves are in from the off. There's a first Edinburgh derby for David Milinkovic, who scored twice in the demolition of Celtic. Hibs make just one change from the Ross County game. Brandon Barker drops to the bench. Marvin Bartley comes in to add some midfield bite. 19-year-old Ollie Shaw plays in his first Edinburgh derby. 7 of the starting 11 have never lost to Hearts, while at Hibs, Lewis Stevenson has the most experience at these occasions. It's his 34th derby. In any city, in any country, in any part of the world, you just can't beat a good old local derby. We have Hearts, we have Hibs, we have the Edinburgh version, and kick-off is next at a throbbing Tynecastle. Ollie Shaw was in Hearts' chief system till the age of 15, but as a Hibs fan, he's in the colours he wants to be in for his first Edinburgh derby. Well, Lafferty has rather more experience of huge derbies in Glasgow and now Edinburgh. He'd rather relish that big win over Celtic here as well. Craig Levein has only lost 7 out of 51 Edinburgh derbies as a player and manager. Neil Lennon yet to lose one, and he knows a thing or two about monumental derby matches as well. Stephen McLean's whistle will get us going. And there's that special feeling around Tynecastle. For a derby, for a night match, the Edinburgh Festival of Football is underway, and it promises much. Milinkovic already looking to create an early chance, but it doesn't quite happen for him.
Well, Hibs have had the upper hand in recent derby games, but I think we were all astonished, Ian, at the pace and power and intensity of Hearts' performance against Celtic. This game could go either way. It all depends on the individual battles all over the pitch.
And these two, of course, will meet again here next month in the Scottish Cup. They just can't get enough of each other.
Well, Stokes there, just leaving his left forearm in that challenge. Certainly catches him. Steve McLean, I don't think, saw that clearly.
Hibs are unbeaten in the last 8 Edinburgh derbies. They have ruled the capital of late. Tonight be the night for Hearts. Or will their 3-year wait to beat their city rivals go on? Free kick given against Gonsalves. Hearts unbeaten in their last 7 games coming into this derby, whereas Hibs have only won 2 of their last 7, so they will be hoping that form really doesn't count on these great occasions. Not the best of kicks from Marciano. Lemon has won 2 and drawn 1 of his 3 Edinburgh derbies. But he knows that in derby games like this, anything can happen. I saw quite a bit happen in his Glasgow derbies. Ollie Shaw crashing in, Dylan McGeoch trying to release Stokes. Milinkovic took it, but Darren McGregor was quickly upon him. Salvers rather late on Stevenson, but made no contact. Bartley will certainly be up for the battle, likewise John McGinn there. Stevenson, and offside Marvin Boyle.
Now what about this for a challenge in the middle of the park? Bartley, Walker all over it, 2 of them fall to the ground, there's a bit of wrestling going on. Good start to the game.
You simply have to set your stall out on a night like this. Bartley went for that as McGregor charged out to do the same. That's Jamie Brandon. No Michael Smith, who's been in good form as well for Hearts after the calf injury. Ambrose kitted out for the night with his gloves on. Milinkovic stopped by Ambrose. Easter Road in October. 1 goal settled the issue, scored by Simon Murray for Hibs, who's on the bench tonight. Milikovic. McGinn got a touch on that. Craig Levein has been involved with a few of these derbies as a player and a manager before. And he has a pretty good record. He's only lost 3 as a manager, he only lost 4 as a player. Gonçalves. Happy to take on Hamlin here, and he could well deliver. Walker. Jamie Walker gets a second bite. Lifts it over, but that was a glorious early chance.
Well, he had the direction here, Jamie Walker. Gonçalves does so well. But when the ball breaks back to Walker here, he's got the direction, but too much power, loses control, and he gets a bit of height on it. Gonçalves showing his strength and power down the right-hand side. What an opportunity that is for Walker for the breakthrough goal.
One of the more experienced Edinburgh derby performers, Jamie Walker. These two teams are side by side in the table, 5 points between them. There's been a whole lot of other things between them over the years in the city of Edinburgh. Steve McLean just having a look at Lafferty. He's going to have another look. Lafferty and McGinn.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on there at all. Just let them go on with it. They're just coming together.
Conor Randall's throw. Gonçalves. Milikovic goes to ground and wanted a free kick. Martin Boyle rather outnumbered. Waben.
I think it might be an interesting tactic for Hibs if they want to go long. They've got a bit of pace, and Boyle, who can challenge the likes of Brandon and Berra.
Here's McGinn, and he has picked out Martin Boyle here. He's onside. Shaw waiting for a cross, and was that over the line? It's not been given, and he can't believe it. That looked mightily close. Here's Jamie Walker. Cowie. Randall. Partly away. Now McGinn. Well, Hibs certainly thought they'd taken the lead there. We'll have a look in a moment.
Shaw was absolutely convinced, wasn't he? I think it's really tight. I mean, it's a brilliant ball. Shaw gets such a good connection. Guides it. It's over the line in my view. But unless you can see that 100%, this assistant here, you can't give it. I think it's over, just. But he couldn't see it clearly, and he didn't give it. He didn't want to guess. I think it's over the line, Ian.
Well, Sean Carr is the assistant referee on that side, and Neil Lennon is fuming. And no wonder, judging by the look of this.
Well, what a lovely touch from Shaw, just to guide it towards the target. I think the whole of the ball has bounced beyond the line. But it's something that we can only see by freezing it. I think with the naked eye, I think it's so tough to make that judgment.
I think Neil Lennon might have copped a look at it somehow on the touchline there. Certainly from where we are, at the back of the stand, it did look in. But a rather tougher call for the assistant referee. I'm sure not many Hibs fans would agree.
I've seen some marvellous decisions down south in the last couple of days with goal line technology. Ones that are just over, ones that are not. We don't have that system up here, but I've got to say my first impression was that it was over.
Walker. Here's Stokes, and he could release Boyle. Offside this time though. There's been a goal in the Highlands. Denny Johnson has given St Johnstone an early lead against Ross County in Dingwall. Hibs should have had an early lead here in the Edinburgh derby.
Well, even just in that movement there, Ian, the pace of Boyle, he should be able to hold himself back there. I think in any sort of 20, 30-yard race, I think he'll beat Brandon.
What a dream moment it would have been for young Ollie Shaw. Lovely touch. Service away by Ambrose. Here's Boabin. McGinn. Turned away by Christophe Berra. Kyle Lafferty coaching John McGinn. Those two together again, and Stephen McLean will want another word with Lafferty.
Well, we seem to say this about Kyle Lafferty all the time, about drawing attention to himself. He's already been spoken to. It was a nothing thing earlier. Great deal in that. There's certainly a bit of contact with McGinn. But Steve McLean just having to have a word with him yet again.
Hanlon. Poor free kick. Milinkovic looking for Gonsalves here. But it will carry to Marcion. Lively start, as we kind of expected. Short. Stokes. Tracked by Cowie. Stevenson now, not much room to manoeuvre out there. Stokes having an angry exchange there. And now Stephen McLean will want a word with Anthony Stokes. Bit of a set to with Cowie.
The ball was always going out. Stokes just wanted to make a bit of contact, and Cowie just making sure that his team can get on with it. Steve McLean for his tactics, just trying to keep a lid on everything.
Lafferty putting himself about. John Suter. Martin Boyle blocks the route back to his keeper. Bearer now for Brandon. Boabin. Milinkovic. Here's McGeoch. Able to bring it away.
I tell you what, the Lucky Hearts are keeping such a high line. If that is a better ball from McGeoch, Shaw is in behind. There's so much space. The ball, forward ball, is a better one. I think Hibs can get in behind this Hearts defence.
The last three Edinburgh derbies here at Tynecastle all ended in draws. It's a free kick, fouled by Suter. And Shaw. John McGinn over this free kick for Hibs. Again towards Hanlon. Lafferty. Well, he's not had a quiet start, but then he was never likely to. Ambrose with this Hibs throw. Stokes hung in there, needs help. McGregor. Away by Randall, and here is Lafferty.
Well, he's cleared it out on the right-hand side just a minute or so after clearing it out on the left. Lafferty just doing the defensive side of things at the moment.
McGinn. Ambrose. That's far too near John McLaughlin.
So many back for Hearts. It was only Gonsalves up front against the likes of McGregor and Hanlon.
Jamie Brandon. A heavy return from Gonsalves. Boyle up against Berra. Paul Hanlon. Over the top for Stokes, and he's offside.
Again, it's just that high line that Hearts are playing. I'll say it again, if the ball is a good one, if it's got a bit of quality, there's enough space. Look how high Hearts are. And that's a tight call as well. Just a better ball, and Hibs will be able to get in behind.
McGinn up first to it. Hibs had gone 13 away matches in the league without losing until they were well beaten at Aberdeen. They've not had to travel far for this one. Butley. Stevenson. Hanlon. Berra got to it, but Anthony Stokes is onto it, and that was rather hopeful from there.
And Boyle was absolutely furious. Again, he was in behind. But Stokes has got that ability from that distance. I think he enjoys Shaw in and around him, another striker. Boyle as well, who's not playing wide, playing more of a central role, drifting out wide at times.
Lafferty doing battle with Hanlon again. Berra sent back by McGregor, sent back by Berra. Fell kindly to Stokes, and an important intervention from Jamie Brandon.
Well, I think Neil Lennon will be happy. Just past the 15-minute mark, I think his team have started well. Should be a goal in front. It was over the line, but totally understand why the assistant referee couldn't call it. So tight, so close.
Robin offside is Gonsalves.
The way Hearts are lined up just now, Ian, it's like 4-1-4-1. Gonsalves is through the middle, he's pretty much isolated. Lafferty's back in that midfield area alongside Milinkovic on the left.
Butley up against Cowie. Good kick for Lewis Stevenson, caught by Jamie Walker.
There's a lot of 50-50 challenges going on, and it's the usual in any sort of derby. You have one set of supporters screaming for a foul one way,
Only Celtic and Kilmarnock have been in better form than Hearts of late. And it's been a strange old season for them, having to start by playing so many games away and then so many at home. Once the main stand, the new one here, was ready. Brandon. Guaben shrugging off Stokes and finding Gonçalves, and he's tripped by McGregor, and that's a very useful free kick for Hearts.
Well, everyone on this side of the pitch saw Randall making the overlap, but the ball was played into the feet of Ismac Gonçalves, certainly taken out by McGregor. This is really promising for Hearts here. I wonder if Jamie Walker might fancy it. Lafferty, of course, scored a beautiful free kick against Rangers early in the season.
Marcy Arnaud is Hibs' #1, Israeli international. Kyle Lafferty, prominent at the moment, with Jamie Walker just behind him. And both are capable, as we have seen. Walker moves away. It is Kyle Lafferty, who seemed to stumble, had a second go at it. Much ado about nothing, ultimately.
Yeah, surface is really soft here. Didn't get his footing right. His planted foot just before he struck the ball. You can see his left foot there. Just lost control of his balance. Comes to nothing.
Ollie Shaw rising. Guaben chases on for Gonçalves and McGregor. McGregor decides to move away from his keeper. It's a throw.
I don't know whether Marciano wanted to come and take that.
Don Cowie shows for Conor Randall, but John McGinn moves in. And that'll be a free kick from McGinn. Typically tenacious.
Well, Ollie Shaw, should he have got the breakthrough? Look for the assistant referee is. He may well. There might be someone in his way there, and he can't see it. And I don't think, with regards to a goal, Ian, you can't guess. It's so tight in any event, unless you're 100%, you can't give a goal. But Hibs should be one up. It was over the line.
Goal line technology might have helped him out. Back a few years ago when Lee Griffiths was denied a goal in an Edinburgh derby.
Yeah, Easter Road that time, it was clearly over the line, a lot clearer than that one there.
Guaben. Brandon. Too much on that for Milinkovic's liking. For McGinn. Brandon steers it away from Boyle. Ambrose for Stokes. Just a throw. Stokes. Perhaps. It's over Stokes' head. Oh, John McGinn with a snapshot there.
Well, the ball in was so flat, it had so much pace, it wasn't a clear header. Berra reaches it, but actually it's as good as Hibs player just helping it into the danger area. Saw John McGinn just in the act of shooting, losing his footing as well.
John McGinn, one of 7 starters for Hibs today who never lost in Edinburgh Derby. McGinn moved in quickly there, and Stokes is the beneficiary here with a few options available in the box. But it doesn't get that far. It might do soon though, from the corner.
Yeah, Hibs yet again getting in behind. And look at that wrestling match outside the box with Berra and Boyle. Boyle puts the brakes on just to try and make the angle.
The first corner of this Edinburgh Derby. Anthony Stokes to take it. Stokes may get another opportunity. He did not hang about, but it was straight through to McLaughlin.
Yeah, no early release from McLaughlin. There's no one up front for Hearts. Everyone back to help out defensively at the corner.
Hanlon and Gonsalves go for it. Stevenson was rather determined to get to that first, and the free kick is given against Kyle Lafferty. And with a series of offences, he's going to be shown a yellow card.
Kyle Lafferty can't believe it. Totally ignoring Stephen McLean. It's possibly worth a yellow. Stevenson won it clearly. Stephen McLean would say to him, he's already spoken to him a couple of times. It's part of his game, Kyle Lafferty. I've got to say his overall performance against Celtic was terrific. Led the line so well. Absolutely loved the physical battle. And look at that, the way that Hibs have started the game. They look the more dangerous, they look the more threatening, they've had more of the ball. And Hearts, and that pace, that power, that intensity we saw against Celtic, right from the word go, haven't seen it here.
McGregor. And Randall. Punching again.
Well, it's another loose ball. John McGinn's onto it. You can see both players are focused on it, but the foot is high. Consider himself fortunate he didn't pick up a yellow there, given how high the studs were there. His boot into the face of McGinn.
All part of the game for John McGinn. Always ready for battle. Again, free kick that didn't quite work out. Comfortably cleared by Randall.
I see Craig Levein talking to his coaching staff. I don't think he can be happy with the way the opening half hour almost has gone for the home side. Nowhere near the level of performance that he got from the players against Celtic. Look where Kyle Lafferty is, almost in the left back position. Again, clearing the danger. But he wants to do all of his work in the other third of the pitch.
Ambrose. Poor cross. Screened by Warbin, now Gonsalves. McGregor slid in, but by unfair means from behind.
Really good touch from Gonsalves. McGregor gave away the free kick earlier. Gonçalves just is using his body so well there to draw the foul. But again, it's in their defensive half of the pitch. He wants to be doing that in and around the 18-yard box in the other half.
So straight out by Conor Randall, and a little too ragged for Hearts at the moment. Post-war era, only Gordon Hunter has played in more Edinburgh derbies than Louis Stevenson for Hibs. Pat McGinley also 34. Stevenson has stayed down there. Stokes is on a mission here though, offside. Flag has gone up against Martin Boyle.
Yeah, I don't think John McLaughlin knew that, and he made the save. It was a tight one, but he just went a bit early. Again, look at the high line. You've got to be so disciplined for 90 minutes if that's the way you want to defend. Stevenson, I hope, can recover. He took a sore one in the middle of the park just from that earlier challenge from Prince Boabin. He wins the ball here, Stevenson. Then Boabin comes in, catches him with a really sore one, pretty late as well.
Bone shuddering. The Edinburgh derby tonight. On Saturday, the Glasgow version. Neil Lennon knows a thing or two about those. It's from 11:30 Saturday on Sky Sports Football. Celtic v Rangers.
Well, Craig Levine talking to a couple of his players, trying to get a message across. How can he get his team into this game? Right now, I think they're doing far too much defending. Hibs all over them.
Being spoken to here. Just over half an hour played in this Edinburgh derby. Hibs had seemed an early goal, deemed not to have crossed the line, although it was difficult for the assistant to see, but it probably had. Suter gave that away to McGinn, and that could spell bother. Be sure though. Here is from McLaughlin, came off Bearer. Another uncomfortable moment for Hearts. Stevenson has returned. Boyle. McGeoch felt that he was nudged by Walker. Can't believe he's got a free kick.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It was a loose ball there. McGeoch seemed to have it under control. Walker again barging right into him.
Wally Shaw showing interest, but it's won by Christoph Bearer. Walker. Hanlon just there ahead of Lafferty.
It's better from Hearts. Got hold of the ball in the middle of the park, able to get Lafferty away down the right hand side.
Stevenson clears well. Milenkovic. There's a goal kick.
Hearts were looking for a foul here. Again, just easing Randall off the ball. Every potential foul contested as though it should be a penalty.
Part of the derby fun. McGregor deals with that. Again, booted away by Conor Randall. Again, should be offside against Anthony Stokes.
I think Hearts have changed that again. They've got two up with Gonsalves and Lafferty and Walker trying to get in behind them just to get something going.
The scrappy spell at the moment. Tynecastle. Conor Randall is grimacing somewhat for Hearts at the moment. A brush off a moment ago by McGinn. Here is Walker. And now Randall suddenly looks okay. Looking for Gonsalves. McGregor closed the door.
Yeah, he's struggling, Randall. I see him trying to shake off some sort of knock that he's picked up. Just looking over to the bench there. But that was a better move, more promising, just a bit too heavy with the end product, the final ball.
Cowie and McGinn together. Cowie wins that duel. Walker. Stokes. Stevenson.
Jimmy Walker's gone down with a knock as well. A few bruising challenges. That doesn't look good. Tried to put a bit of weight on his left foot there. He just gave way. There's Stokes playing the ball. Look in the background. There's Jimmy Walker just as he slips and tries to get up. And I don't know what he's done to his left leg. We know he's struggled with injury this season already. Hopefully he'll be okay. But Shaw's the man who should have been able to give Hibs a lead. That's a lovely touch. And this ball here, you can see, it's well over the paint of the goal line. It should have been given, but understandably, given the assistant referee's position, he couldn't see it.
Offside here again. This is not going to count. It's slide anyway by Martin Boyle, but Hibs have seen that flag go up a few times.
I think he fancies this, Boyle. I think he realises he can get in behind, whether he's on the left-hand side or the right. He's gone a bit early there, but look at the space where he can get in behind. He's certainly not defending deep, Hearts.
Jimmy Walker is back on, but he only made his return from injury as a sub against St Johnstone just before Christmas. Brandon. Didn't seem to know which way to go. John McGinn is the beneficiary. It's going to be offside for the 7th time, Hibs, in this first half. Although it's been brought back for a foul, actually, on McGinn.
Yeah, he released the ball and there was a late challenge on him. You can only assume it's Walker who's picked up a yellow card. He was the one who came in late. McGinn picks this ball up here. Look at that challenge. John McGinn rides that. It was a poor challenge from Brandon, but he keeps going. And once he made this forward pass, Walker came in and took him late. Yet again, his forward players getting offside, but there's a late challenge, similar to the one from Brandon, catching him on the instep.
Anthony Stokes. It's offside. For the 8th time, if we're going to count the 7th.
Well, I think they're going to feel aggrieved, Hibs, if they don't go in at half-time, at least they'll go up. They've been the dominant side. There is space behind the Hearts defence to exploit, and I think a bit of ill-discipline with the strikers. Timing of the run is so important.
Let's come off Brandon, it'll be a Hibs throw. Walker joining Lafferty in the book. Ambrose. Hartley. Hartley will get a free kick eventually. Marvin and Walker on his case.
Well, it's one of those, you've got a yellow card already on Walker.
Hearts have been racking up clean sheets for fun in the Scottish Premiership. 7 hours since they conceded a goal. But they did actually concede a goal here early on, but it wasn't given. Anthony Stokes will try again here. Again, McGeoch. Walker gets there ahead of Hanlon. Now Lafferty, but McGeoch watchful. That's a strange one from Effie Ambrose. I think I might have said that before.
Just a bit of panic from Ambrose, just wanted to clear the danger, but simple ball back to the goalkeeper was on.
Well, Randall seems okay now. Gonsalves hooked away by Stokes. Berra will send it back with interest. Oop. And Milinkovic catching Lewis Stevenson there. And Stephen McLean will move in again to speak to Milinkovic. Is he going to... Yes, he is going to book it.
Such a stupid challenge from Milinkovic. He's never getting the ball. Stevenson won it so early, so cleanly. And Milinkovic continued with a reckless challenge. Deserved yellow there.
Shaw denied that early goal. Shaw will go up with Berra. He's given away a free kick. They'll play to Berra. Gets up and gets on with it. Shaw not afraid to mix it. Suter. Boabin. Milinkovic threading it through here for Cowie, but that's all he could do.
Well, that's much better from Hearts. That was a good weighted pass in behind the Hibs defence. We haven't seen any of that so far.
Milinkovic moved in swiftly. Boabin now for Randall. Brushed off Stokes on its way through to Walker. Gonsalves unable to tee up Cowie. Hibs turn to have a go with John McGinn now, having a look at options. Martin Boyle showing interest. And Christophe Berra has to concede the corner.
Boyle yet again appreciating the pass from John McGinn, getting in behind Christophe Berra, who read it well. Just got a toe to it, turned it round for the corner.
First half drawing to a close. Can Hibs hurt Hearts here? It's Stokes going long, and Hanlon unable to steer it back.
Chance gone. Got a full head on that Hanlon, right at the back post. Don't know if he was unsighted in the end, but he just wanted to try and help that back into the danger area.
Paul Hanlon, who used to go to Tynecastle High School. Waddle. Berra. Now Stokes and Shaw heading towards goal. Anthony Stokes takes over. It's a rather weak effort though, and John McGinn was screaming for a pass there to Stokes.
Yeah, and no wonder, it should have been a layoff for Stokes. McGinn's got the most powerful shot, could have teed him up there.
It was a wasted opportunity. McGinn was raging with Stokes. He was waiting to have a go. Bearer down for Randall. There will be 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Battling with Dragon. Will they both be up for that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's a good contest, that one. But just in terms of Hearts and their overall play, they had secure possession of the ball there. They've just been unable to get any sort of secure passing going. But look at Stokes when he gathers it here. A lay-off there to John McGinn. Think of the power in his left foot. Stokes, a bit too greedy there.
Shaw for McGeoch. Boyle trying to swivel his way through. He was rather looking for that, it seemed. Stephen McLean certainly thought so. First half then drawing to a close, no doubt about the main talking point. Nearly time actually for this free kick. It is half-time. It is goalless, but Ollie Shaw denied a moment he probably dreamt of when he scored. You can hardly blame assistant referee Sean Carr. Goal line technology would have given Hibs the advantage here, but at the break it's 0-0.
It is goalless here in Edinburgh. Hibs have had just the one more attempt. They have had the one more attempt on target as well. The question is, was it over the line? And that, I guess, is the major talking point with Neil McCann and Chris Commons. We'll be getting their reaction in just a moment. This is Sean Carr, who ruled the goal out. It looks like he's saying to the players, it didn't go in, Not quite sure. But let's get your thoughts, Neil McCann, on firstly, what we saw initially.
My initial feeling was it was in right away. The spin of the ball as well would suggest it, but I have to say I agree with Andy Walker on commentary. I think if he's not sure he can't give it. Now whether he's saying it's not in, that's an incredible call. To say it's not in, I think the players would have probably appreciated more. I'm not sure and I can't call it then. That's a terrific ball. First of all, it was a great run from Martin Boyd to get in behind Jamie Brandon, but quite clearly we get the benefit of the pictures here to prove that it is over the line. Back in 2013, as Big Crocs has said, that Lee Griffiths has won, which was quite a bit further over the line, but I don't think it's possible for him to call that, Chris.
No, and you look at the referee there, his instant reaction is to look to his official there.
He's looking for help.
And I just think we have got the benefit of the doubt of getting these.
See this one here, Jamie Brandon, that's Jamie Brandon, and I don't think you can see past Jamie there. Throw into the mixed post, and I think that's a big call. If he has to be absolutely certain, but there's no mistake that Hibs have been a little bit done over in terms of it's a perfectly good goal. It is over the line. Hearts have got a bit of luck, but as we said here before the game, these sides are so closely matched now, and I think it's served up a real intense fixture. I think there's a lack of real fluent play, and that's purely down to the fact of how the teams are playing. They're so congested through the middle areas of the pitch. No team is really getting any width whatsoever. And if any side are looking more of a threat, I think it's Hibs. Andy called that one as well. I think Martin Boyle and Stokes and Young Shaw up top, they're almost interchanging, always looking for that little dart in between the lines. And if any side are looking to break the deadlock, it does look like it's going to be Hibs. But I think Hearts might tweak it in the second half because Jamie Walker has almost been nullified in there by Big Bartley. So it's wide open.
He says it's so compact. Hearts clearly keeping a really high line. And what Andy Walker was saying, there's so much space in behind Hearts, but him just use a little bit of intelligence, just make a few more passes. The gaps are there, but I think what they're doing, because it's so frantic, they're seeing the space and thinking we've got to get in there straight away. Just use a little bit more intelligence, a bit more patience, a few more passes, and then Boyle will make a run a little bit more, how can I say, just a little bit more intelligently. Just
you keep making those runs, Chris. I think McGinn and McGee, they've got the ability to find the pass. On Hearts' side, if they're going to play that narrow, Brandon or Randall have to be a wee bit more forceful in the wide areas because they've got presence in there in Lafferty and Gonsalves.
Absolutely, we're very disappointed that unfortunately at half-time we are discussing a goal line technology issue. I'm sure we'll have plenty more to have on that as well post-match. I'm sure it will fire up Hibs, that's for sure. Goal frozen out below freezing here. Either side yet to break the ice. We'll have the second half for you next. We have for you on Sky Sports Darts channel all the action from Ali Pali. There's been a big upset this evening in the World Championship darts. Plenty of upset at half-time after Ghost's goal not given. Sean Carr taking a bit of flack after Ollie Shaw's goal that looked to be over the line, didn't go in. That seems, you'd think, to have fired up Hibs at half-time, but what do Hearts need to do to fire themselves up?
I just wonder whether we might get a little bit of a change soon with Craig Levine here coming in. He had a few thoughts in his mind going in there. I think Milinkovic has been pretty ineffectual, as has Jamie Walker, but I just wonder whether the power and energy of Callahan, because he breaks lines, he goes beyond people, maybe his introduction might change things a little bit and maybe bring Lafferty and Gonsalves closer together, because so far they haven't looked a great deal of a threat. It's been Hibs, as we've spoken about. But listen, I think as the game's finally balanced, both managers won't want to break too much just now because it's pretty even.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think Lafferty needs to concentrate on occupying the centre halves, which he did superbly against Celtic, and then the likes of Jamie Walker and Gonsalves can come into the game. They need a runner in behind. They need to try and stretch Hibernian into the final third. But no, it's big emphasis on Lafferty because he's put himself a little about and he's on a yellow card, so he needs to keep a cool head as well. Absolutely.
Well, we will head to our commentary team for the second half. We can take you to Andy Walker alongside Ian Crocker. Hi there, gents.
Hi, Hayley. Yes, Hibs will start the second half here, having been denied that goal for Ollie Shaw. Hibs will certainly feel a sense of injustice, not just for having that goal disallowed, but because they've been the better team but have nothing to show for it so far. McGinn immediately hoisting that one. Only Brandon let it go. So Ollie Shaw should have been allowed a magic moment, but hey, it happened to Lionel Messi for Barcelona against Valencia recently. Decent company to be in. And as we mentioned earlier, it happened to Lee Griffiths before in an Edinburgh derby. Boaden. Hammond gave it straight back to him. Brandon. Stopped by Bartley. Brandon for Randall. Gonsalves. Bartley. Hibs struggling to clear this. Milinkovic hasn't really got into the game. Start against Celtic here, and that's a poor pass. John Suter holding off Ollie Shaw though. And with the applause of the Hearts fans.
Excellent from Suter, just keeps Hearts on the front foot here.
Not for long, because Marvin Butley has moved in, and Conor Randall. John McGinn. Christoph Berer and Martin Boyle both going for this. Boyle finds a bit of room and finds Stokes. Now McGinn. McGinn is outnumbered, but still maintaining the momentum. He's stayed down though. Stevenson's cross. The natives are rather restless now at Tynecastle. Cowie might just get in on that though.
Yeah, I think Randall is struggling. You saw him there getting up the other end of the pitch, losing the ball and just hobbling all the way back.
Aaron Hughes will be coming on for Conor Randall shortly. Here's Milinkovic. And he's got the free kick for Ambrose.
It's better from Milinkovic. Haven't seen a great deal of him at all tonight. Being starved of any sort of quality. He's clearly fell there by Ambrose. I think Lafferty fancies it when he pulls away to that back post area. You can see him here on Lewis Stevenson. If there's a bit of quality, you would fancy Lafferty over Stevenson.
Hearts having to make that change now. Conor Randall limping off. 38-year-old Aaron Hughes coming on. His first appearance since the start of the month. And the third Edinburgh derby. Something he thought he might never play at the start of his career, I'm sure. Don Cowie's free kick. Cleared by. And he gave away the free kick. Ambrose. Jamie Walker got there ahead of Ambrose. And Lafferty! And it slithers wide.
Just didn't get the connection he was looking for. This is Walker who makes it happen. He's much sharper than Ambrose. And look at Stevenson defending. He didn't panic. He realised that that ball wasn't going to go into the back of the net. And he let it go. Lafferty coming in there, just slashes at it. It's going towards the target, but Stevenson just lets it run harmlessly past.
Jamie Walker, who was toiling in the first half, having just returned from injury the weekend before Christmas, struggling again here. No, they've just lost Conor Randall. Can ill afford to lose another player to injury, but it's been the story of Jamie Walker's season, really.
Well, he looked so sharp there. There was a loose ball. And look at the way he gets onto it, away from Ambrose, and then he drives into the box, into the byline, getting that ball across goal. Good half chance for Lafferty there.
McGregor's header. Jamie Walker has returned for now. Bournemouth. It's won by Hanlon. Aaron Hughes will take this throw. Warbin for Cowie. Christoph Berer. Warbin. McGeoch from McGinn. Neither here nor there from John McGinn.
Yeah, you don't expect that from John McGinn, but I've got to say, Prince Warbin, his distribution has let his team down tonight too often.
Hibs unbeaten in their last 3 games against Hearts here, all draws. Last went 4 unbeaten against them here in the late 1970s. McGinn. John McGinn advancing. Hibs trying for a corner.
Yeah, they're absolutely convinced that Jamie Brandon gets a touch on it as he fires the ball away. Not so sure about that. But McGinn just again showing his driving force from the middle of the park.
Goes up. Gonsalves, Cowie, Lafferty pointing to where he wanted it. Early cross in. Directed by Marciano. Lafferty, one of 3 Hearts players booked in the first half. Walker and Milinkovic the others. A forlorn chase for Ollie Shaw.
He started to drift out of the game, Ollie Shaw. He started so lively, didn't look as though he was fazed by the occasion.
He scored the winner against Ross County at the weekend, having come on as a sub and scored twice against Celtic in the League and League Cup. He scored here too, but it did not count, even though the ball was over the line. Gonsalves. The longer it stays at 0-0, the more he might be a little worried. Hibs denied that goal, but generally look the more likely here.
I think Hearts have improved in this second half.
Suta. Milinkovic now. Milinkovic. Brandon's cross. Salvers had a swing at it. It's actually been given to Hearts. Hibs are protesting about that.
It's another half chance, isn't it? When Brandon fires this across. Look at Gonsalves. Could have got to it.
Milinkovic. Hughes is waiting there. Milinkovic seemed determined not to use it. There's Stevenson's throw. Again. Ollie Shaw for Anthony Stokes. Stopped in his tracks by Brandon. Wabben. Hughes. Christophe Berra now.
If there is one weakness in this Hibs team, Ian, I think it's a goalkeeper. I think he can be suspect, but Hearts haven't tested him at all. Credit to Hibs for the way they've been defending, but this is not the Hearts performance nowhere near it that we saw against Celtic.
Ambrose. Berra. Gonsalves penalised. Foul on McGregor. Hearts aiming for a 5th successive clean sheet in a row, something they last achieved back in 2010. Hughes over the top of McGinn. McGinn shielding it so well as he often does, but he's run into Prince Wabben. Hanlon presenting it here to Lafferty. Still came to Gonçalves. Partly challenged. Gonçalves showing his strength. And then Walker gave it away and conceded a free kick. It's a right old scrap, this.
Well, Gonçalves just trying to use his body. There was a handball there from Bartley, wasn't given. Just fighting for possession of the ball, as you would expect.
And another goal up in Dingwall anyway. Ross County have equalised out of Sharp with a penalty. Search for a goal goes on in the second Edinburgh derby of the season. There was only one in the first one. Hibs scored it at Easter Road through Simon Murray. Again, happy to accept a throw off Hughes. Stevenson. Bartley. Ambrose. Towards Boyle. Nearly found their way through to Shaw, and a corner now to give Hibs further encouragement.
Just an aimless ball. He'd bear a bit of a problem, but he got there in the end.
Fans gathered at that end. Watching John McGinn take this. Don Cowie cleared it. Stevenson. Boyle takes over. Will he get his shot away here? He certainly did. It was fizzing.
He generated a fair bit of power there, didn't he? Catches it out here. And then again a loose ball. Brilliant strike. Just over. The breakthrough goal in any game, never mind a derby, so important. And it's much more even now, Ian, this second half. Hearts are in it a lot more than they were in the first.
Last three meetings here were drawn. And we're all square again as we head towards the hour mark. Stevenson will take this throw. McGinn returns it. Don Cowie giving away a free kick.
Cowie just beating the sheer skill from Stevenson. And again, it just allows the likes of McGregor and Hanlon, Ambrose to get up there. Everyone back for Hearts.
Will this be a route to goal for Hibs? It's John McGinn to ask the question. Fairly comfortably defended. Will take this. McGinn beds in again, wriggles clear. Does that so well. Ollie Shaw fires it wide.
Again, another half chance. Falls to Shaw here. Just look at the way that McGinn once again uses his body and his strength to create a yard of space for himself. A loose ball, he lashes out at it, Shaw, but nowhere near the target.
Celtic side won 7-0 here in the Scottish Cup 4 years ago. Not so straightforward today. It remains goalless.
I think it's a stronger bench. on the Hibs side. When you look at the likes of Murray prepared to come on, Barker, Swanson, decent options, Neil Lennon, if he wants to change it.
Hughes, and again linking up with Walker. Lafferty slipped, he still has it. Stevenson clears. Bartley. Another goal in one of tonight's Scottish Premiership matches, and Adam Rooney has given Aberdeen the edge against Partick Thistle at Pittodrie. Again, fending off Dwabin, down McGeoch, Stokes to his right. London was in and about McGeoch, but Effie Ambrose advancing well here. Shaw, goal kick.
Shooter again just showing his strength here. He's up against Shaw. Look at him here, both of them in the box. Touch tight he is. I think Suter actually puts the ball onto Shaw. Good defending from him.
It is aimed towards Kyle Lafferty. McGregor sends it behind him. It's fallen kindly for John McGinn. Jamie Walker won it back though. Walker shrugging off Bartley. It's going to be a free kick for the first offence with Marvin Bartley. To be fair to Stephen McLean, he was waiting to see if Walker could carry on. And it's going to be a yellow card for Bartley as well.
Yeah, I think he was prepared just to see where this ended up. If Walker could get away, trying to play the advantage. And now all the Hibs lads prepared to go forward.
Suter among those waiting. A few potential targets here for Don Cowie. Lafferty. Screened by McGregor. Hibs find a way out for now. Robin. Suter on his way back. Cowie. Gonsalves. Escaped the clutches of Hanlon. And he's picked out Lafferty. Blocked by Ambrose.
Good spell of pressure from Hearts.
Brandon towards Gonsalves. Cowie. Gonsalves. Hearts throw. And their fans responding to an improved second half performance here. Gonsalves. Cowie's cross. Portland elected to punch it. Jamie Walker. Nothing doing. You can sense that the Hearts fans are believing a bit more in their team now in this derby. And a goal at Ibrox, and it's gone to Rangers. Danny Wilson has got a few lately. They're running a bit later in that game though after a bad injury to Ryan Jack. We wish him well. 25 minutes left of this Edinburgh derby. Brandon Barker looks like he might be coming on, and he's certainly capable of adding a spark on loan from Manchester City. McGeoch. Boyle. Took it well. Had a second go. just wide.
That was his first touch that gave him the chance to get a shot away initially, and when it was blocked he was still lively enough to get a second attempt. Just can't quite work the goalkeeper though.
Brandon Barker will be coming on for Anthony Stokes. Ambrose. Berra kept his eye on that. Cowie. Ambrose will take this throw. Quarter of the contest to go. It's tight again between these two Edinburgh rivals at Tynecastle. There's a better look and a better feel to Hearts in this second half.
Yeah, much more competitive, much more of a level game. Haven't seen much from Stokes, haven't seen much of his imagination or creative passing. Here's Hearts again.
It's Brandon. Made by Hanlon. Brandon again. Gonsalves. Fancies it here. It was going to have to be good. It was nearer the corner flag as it turned out.
I'm not surprised they had a proper goal. I think Craig Levein will be happy with the way his team have come into the game. It's totally different. They're starting to get some controlled possession, starting to threaten. One thing they haven't done at all is work Marciano on that Hibs goal.
Lafferty. Scooped away by Ambrose. Simon Murray might be coming on as well for Hibs. Hearts hoping to make the most of this good spell. McGregor able to clear the cross though from Milinkovic. Cowie, Boabin, and that's a clear foul by McGeoch.
Excellent from Boabin. He was under pressure there in a tight area, kept control of the ball well.
Jamie Walker. Boabin. Brandon. Boabin. Suter stood up there, Berra's gone back. And a complete change of plan on the Hibs bench, by the way. Brandon Barker was going to come on, but now it's the top scorer Simon Murray who will be playing a part, the man who settled the first Edinburgh derby this season. Can he settle the second?
Yeah, what a brilliant goal that was.
Brandon, Gonsalves, Lafferty, Cowie, partly couldn't get there. Walker found his route blocked, and Hibs had a man down, and Stephen McLean blows up.
Yeah, I think it's Martin Boyle. I think it's a bit of a head knock. I think that's why Stephen McLean blew his whistle just at the edge of the box. That'd be the way he fell to, and it's just kept a lid on things.
So Simon Murray will be coming on. 14 goals for Hibs, only 6 of them in the league mind. And as I say, a change of plan as to who was coming on and who's going off, because I think it's going to be Ollie Shaw. Boyle back on his feet. He looks like he's raring to go. Eager to have a say.
I think he's even got green chewing gum.
So Ollie Shaw denied a dream goal in an Edinburgh derby by the lack of goal line technology in Scotland. Simon Murray on. Martin Boyle is back on, and the quest for a goal continues at Tynecastle. Tony Brandon, who was in Rangers' youth system until last year. Suter. Hughes. Gonsalves demanding a cross. It's McGregor who cleared it. Now McGinn. Johnny Walker lost his footing on a surface that isn't the best here. Boyle's gone down again.
He needs some more treatment. I don't know if he'll make the end of the match, Martin Boyle. I think it's just the way he lands here, without really any sort of physical contact. I just can see when he landed on his right ankle there, just went right over on it, opened up the ligaments. He'll do well to recover from that.
Could be Brandon Barker's turn after all. It was about to come on earlier. Suddenly he changed into Simon Murray, but now he'll get the chance for a second Edinburgh derby. Martin Boyle is going to have to go off. Brandon Barker, who has been in Manchester City's academy since the age of 8. So Martin Boyle hobbles away. And Brandon Barker will get to play a part at Tynecastle. One more game for these two teams before the winter break in Scotland. Hibs home to Kilmarnock, it's away to Aberdeen, and when they come back from the winter break they'll be playing each other again in the Scottish Cup. John McGivern in that competition for the 3rd season running.
Well, we're going to see some late drama here. A goal at either end. I think it's likely.
It's been looking like one might settle it for a while. Stevenson's throw. Coleman got the better of McGinn. Gonsalves overhit that for Lafferty. Hibs have scored in every away game in the Scottish Premiership this season. Brandon Barker just on. Blocked by Hughes. Here's Dylan McGeoch though. Looked like he might progress. And now he's given away a free kick.
Yeah, it was actually good defending from Suter in the first place as McGeoch was driving into the box there.
Apologies if you heard any swearing a moment ago. Final quarter of an hour of this Edinburgh derby. They'll be side second best in the first half, but certainly making a go of it in the second. Stokes. McGeoch. Tidy feet. Stokes again. Quickly surrounded. Now will it open up here for Hearts? Walker. Ambrose, he's going to give it away now, is he? Maybe not. In fact, he's found Stokes. Simon Murray forced to go rather wider than he would have wished. Cowie on hand though, nobody really around him. Oh, they're taking a chance there though. In the end it needed a strong challenge from Christoph Berra.
That's poor defending, guilty of overplay there, Hearts. Pressure still on them.
Ambrose with a throw. Stokes. Can he deliver here? Nope.
Not really been his night, Stokes.
The Edinburgh Derby tonight on Saturday. It's Glasgow's turn. It's Celtic against Rangers from 11:30 on Sky Sports Football. It's won by Hanlon. Barker challenging Hughes. Ended Celtic's 69-game unbeaten domestic run recently. Can they end Hibs' 8-match unbeaten run in Edinburgh derbies? One that got away from Jamie Brandon.
He's had a decent night, Brandon. Looks a good prospect.
Stokes. Spun away from Brandon. Simon Murray waiting to pounce. Christoph Berra sent it away for a corner.
Oh, he had to get there, Berra. That was a dangerous ball in from Stokes. There's a bit of pace on it. Murray looking to capitalise in that danger area just outside the 6-yard box.
Hibs are 4-0 up on corners. They're quite like to go 1-0 up when it comes to goals. Again sends that in. Oh, and poor Hanlon came in on it. Goalkeeper didn't look too comfortable.
Well, where was John McLaughlin here? He comes to try and take this, absolutely nowhere near it. Real chance, there's bodies in front of him. He might have got a slight touch. It didn't mean Hanlon got it. Don't think he knew much about it, really.
Edinburgh ball. Hibs fans in the heart of their defence. Darren McGregor and Paul Hanlon. Lafferty with a foul on Hanlon. Marciano launching that towards Stokes. Simon Murray. Stokes. Away by Milinkovic. Seemed a rather theatrical fall as he collided with Dylan McGill.
Yeah, there was certainly a bit of a connection, but slight overreaction from Milinkovic. He's got control of the ball here, trying to get away from Dylan McGear. He runs into his shoulder blade.
Yeah, get up and get on with it, David. Salvez flicking that on. Barker won't find a way through here. Brandon, Boaben, Berra, Lafferty and Hanlon will rise again. Hanlon in charge. Let that go, and Stokes able to set up Barker here, but he's quickly stopped in his tracks by John Souttar.
Great challenge from Souttar, he timed it so well. He's got a good bit of the ball here, he also gets a good bit of Barker. Look at that timing, just ran into Souttar. No blame at all attached to Souttar there, that was tremendous defending.
That was a proper clearance. John Souttar missed out on the game against Celtic here. He was suspended. He's only 21, but it does feel like he's been around for quite a while. Hearts are going to bring on Ross Callaghan in place of David Milinkovic. Callaghan, who is a Hearts fan and Edinburgh boy. They signed him from Raith Rovers to make his dream come true. Will he be the one to step forward late on in this Edinburgh derby? Milinkovic unable to repeat his performance against Celtic here. Harry Cochrane, who started the scoring in that Celtic match, suspended tonight after his red card at St Johnstone. Callaghan's first touch doesn't lead to much. He's back on, but it was painful for Brandon Barker. Vera. On by Lafferty. Cowie. Given away by Watt. Much to the dismay of the Hearts fans around us. Swirler from Stevenson. On by Souttar, but it drops for Simon Murray here. Always heading over.
Yeah, he had McGeoch on his right-hand side, but Simon Murray, and so often substitutes come on, they're desperate to have a pop at goal, especially if you're a striker, nowhere near the target there.
Brandon Barker is back down again. It doesn't look too clever for him. Been on long.
Well, it was such a strong challenge. He's got control of the ball, Barker, but the timing of the tackle from Souttar is just terrific. Gets the ball clean late, but also gets his man.
Brandon Barker's game is over. Not that there's been much of a game. And his replacement will be Davidas Matalevicius. Came on as a sub in the first derby of the season as well. His only goal was in the League Cup against Ayr United, though. Lithuanian striker who joined the club along with his fellow countryman Vykintas Slivka. So will Matalevicius be the one to make the difference here? Rangers are 2-0 up against Motherwell at Ibrox. Alfredo Morelos has scored it. And they needed that. Ambrose playing it safe. Is there a late winner coming our way, and for whom in this Edinburgh derby? Brandon. It's cleared by Bartley. Matalevicius gets involved. And gets the throw. Ambrose with a throw, on by Matalevicius. Stevenson. Hughes. For a moment like that might just swerve in.
Well, getting into the last 5 minutes plus 4 minutes plus injury time. Just looking for a bit of quality, a bit of composure. I think there's enough of it on the pitch to still get this goal. First goal's a winner, I think.
Hearts have had the joint most draws in the Scottish Premiership this season, 7 with Kilmarnock, and Hibs were only 1 behind with 6. Partly catching up with Walker, who has stayed down again. There have been a few walking wounded out there today. And yet again, Walker appears to be struggling, and he's going to have to come off.
Such a blow for Jamie Walker. He's had too many injury problems this season. Just a bit of a... When you see Walker driving with the ball, Bartley right on his shoulder, there's a stretch there. There's no real contact from Bartley. He's just carried a few knocks tonight. There'll be one too many.
And 16-year-old Anthony McDonald is about to receive his Edinburgh Derby initiation in only his 4th game for Hearts. Johnny Walker's actually trying his best to continue. Barber now. Hibs were rather caught out there by that quick free kick, but overhit by Wabben for Walker.
Well, he's feeling the wrath of the home supporters tonight, Wabben, and not for the first time. Some of his passing has been off. It's been heavy, and his distribution to teammates not really be the standard required.
He might not receive his Edinburgh Derby initiation after all, Anthony McDonald. If Jamie Walker can see this out, should be a fair amount of stoppage time. Matalevich's making his presence felt. Callahan. Turned away by Hanlon. Gonsalves. Jamie Walker takes over. And McGregor can clear. Matalevich is showing interest, but Suter is usually Mr. Carl.
Suter's reading of the game defensively has been excellent tonight.
And the early indication, we think, from the touchline is that there might be 5 minutes of stoppage time at Tynecastle. Plenty of time to score a winner. Wabben. Booted away by Ambrose. Suter kept his eye on that, but here's Anthony Stokes. Cleared by Bearer. And Walker onto it. Bartley in his way. Him and Wabben both up for that challenge. 5 minutes of stoppage time is confirmed. And both sets of supporters seem to enjoy that fact. They're both fancying it here in injury time. McGregor won that. Lafferty, Walker. Cowie. Stephen McLean's going to bring that back for a Hearts free kick.
Yeah, Walker certainly played the ball away early. Bartley came in late and caught him. A few of the Hearts fans wanting Stephen McLean to take a bit of action here.
Don Cowie over it. A chance for Hearts to go for a victory here. Claim mostly from the Hearts fans. I don't think there was much intent there. Here's Simon Murray meantime. Now McGeoch, and the pendulum swings towards Hibs. Murray. And Aaron Hughes stopped the cross.
Well, there was a claim for a penalty here. I think it was Stevenson. As this ball bouncing around, his arm is out on his side. No wonder there was a strong claim.
Ambrose ready to go long here. Matelevic is looking to flick it on, but Suter won it. 2 minutes of the 5 minutes down. Oh, Craig Levine. Make it to 8 matches unbeaten in this recent run. Boabin. Hanlon offside actually. Against Kyle Lafferty. Flag is up.
Well, he thought he was away. Such a tight call. It's a long ball. I think he might have been onside there, Lafferty, you know. Tight margins. That's what it means when the game can go either way. We saw it with the goal that Shaw got, that assistant referee couldn't see.
It's been a proper derby scrap this. Will there be a twist at the end of it? A foul by Matelevic, certainly a powerful unit. Puts himself about, but unfairly so there. 3 minutes of the 5 down. Hearts got away with one early in the game with the Ollie Shaw goal that should have stood. They've been much better in the second half, and they could still nick it themselves with Lafferty flicking that one on. Away by Stevenson. It's all fairly frantic in the closing stages of the Edinburgh Derby. Cowie. Gonçalves. Hanging in there with Walker and Callaghan, Gonçalves. Marvin Bartley's challenge was excellent, and it's a goal kick.
It's a beautiful first touch from Gonçalves there. Takes it away from Stevenson, but Bartley comes in on the slide. He's outside the box. I think it's a corner.
The final minute of stoppage time. No separating the Edinburgh rivals unless someone is about to have a very, very, very late say. Matelevic. Murray. Suter's clearance. And that is that. Hibs are now unbeaten in 9 Edinburgh derbies. Hearts are unbeaten in their last 8 games, but Hibs left to reflect on what might have been an early goal from Ollie Shaw that didn't stand, even though it had crossed the line. It was a tough one for Sean Carr, the assistant referee, without the aid of goal line technology in Scotland. And from that moment, both teams huffed and puffed. Hibs had the better of the first half. Hearts came into it in the second half. But in the end, nobody could step forward and spark a goal, apart from him. But it did not count. And the second Edinburgh derby of the season ends goalless. They'll be back to do it all over again next month here in the Scottish Cup. They just can't stay away from each other for too long. But this festive encounter has finished. Hearts 0, Hibs 0.
No bragging rights here in the capital city, and actually discussing during the game a case of deja vu. The last time an Edinburgh derby in the league finished goalless was when Lee Griffiths had a goal over the line disallowed. That was a talking point then, and the talking point with Ollie Smith's goal and not being given will, I'm sure, dominate the post-match reaction here. disappointment for either side. Hearts not having a single shot on target. We'll analyse the facts and stats and break it down for you, but let's look ahead to what we have coming up live on Sky Sports on the Premier League channel. Lots to feast on still towards the end of this year. Tomorrow, Crystal Palace hosts Arsenal from 7:30. The year finishes at West Brom. They host Arsenal from 4 o'clock. The new year starts 2018 at the Amex as Brighton host Bournemouth. That's from midday. And following on from that, Everton host Manchester United 5:15. And on Tuesday, still more Premier League action as Tottenham head to Swansea. It's not quite been the Christmas cracker that we were hoping for, but plenty to discuss still with Neil McCann and Chris Commons. But disappointment all round. Neil Lennon will feel his side unjustly denied the opener. It could have been the winner here. Neil Lennon will not be happy, not just having to share the points, but perhaps the goal that looked to have crossed the line. But how much? How much did it cross it? That much over the line, they're telling him, was disallowed. It has finished goalless here. He will not be happy at all. I'm not happy with the stats as well when we break it down. Just the one shot on target, not a single shot on target for Hearts. Didn't manage to win a single corner either, and Hibs just edged it as far as possession's concerned. But Hearts, well, you could say they've won a point, not dropped points. I wonder how Hibs will feel about that. We'll get the thoughts from Neil Lennon and Chris Commons in just a moment. Let's hear from Captain Paul Hanlon and also Ollie Shaw.
Well, Ollie, the talking point is the 7th minute and the ball seemed to be over the line. What was your own thoughts?
Straight away I thought it went over. As I was running away, obviously I've hit the shot and it's bounced to the line, and I thought all day long it's over, but unfortunately not.
How frustrating is that then?
Very frustrating, because we were on top, you know, it's the one that could have won us the game. But unfortunately we don't get the 3 points, but we get a point instead.
It all happens so quickly. Can you have sympathy for an assistant referee when it happens so quickly, or should he have been up with play?
Obviously it happens so fast, so you've got to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's quite clear. We've seen it already, and I think it's quite a clear goal, but unfortunately not. Something given.
Paul, what was your own thoughts on the match?
Probably not a great spectacle, to be honest. Not a lot of football played, a lot of headers, tackles, things like that, a lot of injuries, but as I always said, I think the first half we had the better chances with the disallowed goal, and over the piece probably happy enough for a point, but disappointed with the decision that was made.
Hibs keep this run going in this fixture, though. Can you take any comfort out of that?
Yeah, I suppose that's a bonus, but we came here to win and we've not managed to do that. As I said, the goal got disallowed, which denies us 3 points. But overall, happy enough to take the point.
What was your view of it? You were a long way away, I take it.
Long way away, but kind of gut instinct. I thought it was in, but too far away to tell, to be honest.
We appreciate your time, gentlemen. Thank you.
That's talking point. I'll be the talking point, getting your name wrong. Neil Lennon
I've
on the
been called
brain.
better.
I know. Known you long enough to know what your name is. Goodness me. But it's kind of the story of the game, I guess, isn't it, really? Everything that we thought was going to happen almost didn't. The goal that looked to have crossed the line, we were unsure whether it would cross the line. A bit of stick on the assistant referee, but we've got to talk about him, though, haven't we? Because when you look through it, you can understand, perhaps, how he saw it.
No, absolutely. I don't think you can give any blame to the assistant referee that he's not given it. As Andy said in commentary, I think he has to be sure, and he can't possibly be sure. It's a good move from Hibs. I think it was one of the few times that Martin Boyle go down this right side in behind Jamie Brandon. It's a brilliant pick out, and it's a real controlled finish from young Shaw. He's actually lifting it because he expects Big Joe McLaughlin to go down, but you can see there, by the benefit of the zoom in, that it is over the line. But as a replay start to roll later on, you can get a good view to where the assistant is, and there's no way, Chris, you can call it. There's no way with a sure notion that it's over the line.
The issue that I've got is the fact that he's clearly not in the position to see it.
This is the one here.
So he can't see it. There's a player in the way. I think it's Brandon who's in the way. There's the post. So he can't see it. But then we've got pictures of him down in the tunnel saying it wasn't over the line.
That's the problem that he
wasn't.
have.
Do you know what I mean? Every player going up to him saying, ref, that was linesman, that was in. No, it weren't. It clearly didn't cross the line. And he was telling all the the players and the member of staff, it's not crossed the line. Now, if he's not seen it, just say, I wasn't in a position to see the ball. But don't lie and say it didn't cross, because he clearly couldn't see it. And that's my issue.
We were only lip reading though, weren't we? So we're thinking that's what he said. It'd be interesting to find out. But not good to have another discussion like this, isn't it, in a game that is so important?
Well, listen, I don't think both sets of players can be faulted for their efforts. I think the application levels were fantastic from both sides. They just cancelled each other out. I spoke about it at half-time. I felt there was no width in the game. When you look at the 4 fullbacks from either side, from both sides, none of them were seen in the final third really getting to the byline and putting crosses in the box. I just think it was so congested. And when it's so congested and tight, you're actually looking for a wee bit of imagination. Like this man used to have, like a little disguised pass, or even just chancing themselves with firing a shot from outside of the box, testing the keeper, just to get people to come close to you, and then you can bounce things round about. But not a great deal of quality, but loads of endeavour, and I don't think both managers will be that unhappy with coming away with a point.
OK, well, let's hear from Neil Lennon. He's with Luke Shanley.
Neil, given what happened in the 7th minute, how frustrating is that?
It's a disgrace. It's not even close. We could all see it was daylight over the line. The way the ball comes out, it's hit the back of the line, unquestionably. How the linesman, mind you, got every other offside in the first half. How you didn't see that is beyond me. And this is a big game, and there's a lot riding on it for the pride of the city and for the 3 points on offer. And we should be walking away here with 3 points. Thoroughly deserved 3 points as well.
Playing devil's advocate, some would say you can't guess at it if he's not sure he can't give it, but do you feel it was that obvious though?
Yeah, it's well over the line. You know, everyone in my dugout could see it. I think half the crowd knew it as well. I think all you guys knew it. So I agree with you, the referee cannot guess, but the linesman should see that that's a clear goal, and we could all see that from the way the ball came back out at the angle.
What was your thoughts on the rest of the game?
Well, it was attritional. You know, our shape was good. We looked a threat. If we'd have timed the runs a little bit better, Hearts playing a high line, we could have got in a little bit more. I don't think my goalkeeper had a save to make in the game. Defensively, we were superb, and it's a glue pot of a pitch. So if you're looking for a spectacle, don't come here, because it's not conducive to playing good football, and we knew that having watched the Celtic game a couple of weeks ago. So we've got what we've deserved. We're satisfied with the night's work, and there's a lot riding on it, a lot of talk before the game about what was going to happen, but my players stood up brilliantly tonight, and our fans were magnificent as well.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You can understand why he was so incensed, but then also actually quite proud of what his team did to come away in a hard battle.
Well, again, it's another post-match interview where Neil Lennon's complaining about a decision where a linesman's made the wrong choice. You know, you think about the Rangers game with the handball, and then obviously a clear goal that's denied his team getting all 3 points in, which he did say it's a very, very big game, a lot of pressure on him, so it's just disappointing. But Neil's picking up on the referee's
Neil Lennon's saying that he thinks Stephen McLean couldn't give it because he couldn't guess, because he's not sure, and he felt that the assistant had a better view. I actually feel Stephen McLean's got a better view of this. In my first viewing there, I think he can see that clearer. He's only, 18 yards from that, and the assistant referee is probably 25, looking across, seeing in front of him a body, a post. Listen, I think the boy was telling Neil it was a foot over the line. By the time he gets maybe out of the boozer and it was another shandy, that would have been brushing the net, because it isn't miles over the line. I think it's so close to call. I can understand Neil's frustration. I'm there every week, and that's the frustration you get with officials when you feel that decisions go against you. You feel so unhappy and aggrieved with it. But when he looks back on it, his performance of the team and the endeavour of his team, I think he'll come away and think it wasn't a bad point, because Hearts have got things going recently, and they're keeping clean sheets. But when you look at it like that, yeah, of course he's going to be disappointed.
OK, I wonder what the thoughts of Craig Levein are. We can hear from him now with Luke Shanley.
Craig, what did you make of that?
Well, that was a typical derby match, wasn't it? It was. It just went back and forward for it seemed like, I don't know what it looked like on the TV, but it looked like it was just back and forward for 90 minutes, really.
Hibs were frustrated that they seemed to have the ball going over the line early on. Do you feel you might have had some penalties with handballs in the box?
Yeah, listen, I haven't seen the goal that wasn't a goal incident, but some of the lads haven't said they thought it was over the line, so we got a lucky break there. I thought they had the better of the first half. They didn't cause us a lot of problems. they tried to run in behind a lot, and I thought our back line were excellent in the use of the offside. We cut them offside about 7 or 8 times in the first half, but they had the better of the play, I felt. Second half I thought we were better. And we've missed a fantastic chance. Kyle's missed inside the 6-yard box, which normally he would score. And other than that, I don't recall there being a lot of chances for either side.
Is it something that you build on? It's another game in terms of your unbeaten run at the minute?
Yep, that's 8 or something. Another 62 and we'll beat Celtic's record.
Thank you.
Kind of look at it that way, don't you, I suppose?
Yeah, I think he's really pleased, and he's absolutely right in his assessment of the game. There wasn't an awful lot of clear-cut chances. I think Kyle Lafferty had the best one, just choked down on it. But as I said, as long as, for Craig Levine's perspective, again, it's another clean sheet. And while you've got clean sheets, you stand chances of winning matches, and the points are not a bad thing at this stage.
Yeah, point apiece here tonight. But let's have a look at what was happening elsewhere in the Scottish Premiership. There was Aberdeen beating Partick Thistle, Adam Rooney with the only goal there. The game was postponed between Hamilton and Kilmarnock. The draw here, Rangers beaten Motherwell 2-0. Danny Wilson with the opener. Alfredo Morelos doubled the lead, and then St Johnstone, who were leading Ross County with a penalty, managed to also share the points there. How does it affect the table? Well, here, most importantly, both teams with a point, but Hearts haven't managed to close the gap to 2. There was 5 to start with there beforehand. Not too much change apart from Ross County jump up above Partick Thistle on goals, and there's your Dundee just outside of the trouble zone. So there we have it. How do you assess what happened here in terms of where these two sides currently lie at the moment, as two teams battling to try and go above each other as the season continues, Chris?
I think they've obviously shown that they are very evenly matched. But what Neil was saying there, that they need a player that can just turn a little bit of magic on in a scrappy game like that. But listen, you've got to pay money for them sort of players. So it's a difficult one. Neil was bitterly disappointed, but Craig Levein, he's got something going defensively. The amount of clean sheets they've kept, and obviously not losing games, gives them chances to win. They just need to get someone to put the ball in the back of the net. But that's been the problem all season.
Who's the more difficult of the two to come up against?
They pose very different problems to you. As I said, Hearts are a little bit more direct. Hibs tend to play through the lines, as I said before the game. But both Hibs and Hearts have beaten us both here in Edinburgh. We've beaten Hearts at Dens and really, and drawn with Hibs at Dens, but really two very different sides. As Chris said there, I think maybe Hibs have got a little bit more in terms of a thrust and a power and a pace about them. But you can't turn your back on what the job that Craig Levein started to do at Hearts. I think he was always going to come in and get himself organised here. And he'll be looking, both managers will be looking to do business in January. Hopefully it's not too good business and I get some done myself.
Quite. Well, thank you very much indeed. Good to have you back.
Thank you very much.
See you soon, I'm sure. Chris Commons.
Thank you.
You can see more of Chris Commons, in fact, because there is an SPFL Matters special. And he'll be back with Chris Boyd, with Barry Ferguson and Neil Lennon. Looking ahead to Celtic up against Rangers. We'll be back with that in a Scottish Premiership live game at 11:30 on Saturday morning. And not quite the heartache here tonight. Points shared in the Edinburgh Derby.
Yes, it's the
Sports Football. Feel it all.